What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Patriot Specialized. Today's episode did something I've never done in my career. Been trucking almost 30 years. Not quite 30, but better part of 30 years. Never done this before, so stick around. I'm going to tell you all about it. Creeping up the list of probably the coolest stuff I've ever hauled. We're gonna go hunting for Ewoks. I really wish I had like a Darth Vader or a Stormtrooper helmet I could put on while I was going to deliveries.
Black smoke and white line, steel horses side by side. It's more than just a living, y'all.
Oh man.
It's all way of life.
That grease on my pants. Dang it. It's supposed to be like that. But the longer you look at this thing, the worse it gets. Like,
if you're out here riding with me, come on back and make some noise. We're the last of the cowboys.
Alright guys, so first off today, you see we got the black hat. Brought the black hat back, brought the cloth hat back out. It's just getting a little bit too cold for the straw hat. I like that one better. I like the brim on it. It's more firm than this one, so I like it a little bit better than this particular one. And I don't wear, I got my Stetsons, and I have a black Stetson. I don't wear that expensive of a hat when I'm working. It's just too expensive to ruin doing that. So I wear it all the time at home, but I don't wear it when I'm out here working, get grease and dirt and salt and everything else on it. But this is just a good, like, pretty good hat. Don't want to take anything away from it, but we broke this one out. A little bit warmer in these conditions. We are currently sitting at 21 degrees. We are in Northeast PA. Northeast PA is not where I thought I'd be tonight. The reason I didn't think I'd be there is we brought this thing, we're still under that 16 wide, that big old box you saw in the last episode. It looks like we're going to be under it for at least all day tomorrow. Hopefully make delivery Wednesday morning. That's the goal. Everything is set up that way. We ended up stopping in Northeast PA today, and that one surprised me. Surprised me for sure. And the reason that one surprised me is because I expected to be a lot further down the road tonight. Here's what happened. First off, we didn't have an Escort set up. I had Escorts that brought me from Indianapolis up to the yard. That turned into a debacle because the two Escorts, it was supposed to be a one-day trip. The two Escorts that took me was supposed to take me to Cleveland. We didn't make it all the way. They dropped me in Sunbury, Ohio. I had to get two more Escorts to get me the rest of the way to Cleveland, which was only like 2.5 hours. Those Escorts got me up to Cleveland on Friday, dropped the trailer, or dropped the truck and everything at the shop. Went back in this morning. Supposed to have two Escorts set up this morning. I talked to one on Friday. Never heard from a second one. That concerned me a little bit. That second Escort supposedly had a breakdown on the way up to the shop. Now, I don't think that's true, only because Escorts will always call you. They always call you to find out pickup address, what time, all that kind of stuff. Talk to the driver. They like doing that. And I never got a phone call from anybody on this second, so I don't think there was ever a second Escort set up. But got there this morning, and of course there was no Escort. So we ended up, they did find one, but he couldn't be there till about noon. So we ended up sitting at the yard until about noon today, which of course, you know, the weather system that moved through on the weekend, it had gone through and it had stopped, and then everything was good. Roads were good, no big deal. Especially coming into the shop, everything looked real good. And about noon, about 11:45, 11:30, 11:45, it started snowing again in Cleveland. And I thought, boy, I hope this doesn't turn into a thing. And as it turns out, it did turn into a thing. Now, the reason that turned into a thing was because we got moving and started heading east. And the further east we got, the worse the roads got, the worse the weather conditions got, the worse the roads got. There is a thing, I don't know how many of you guys know it, but there is a thing called inclement weather for overdimensional travel. You're not allowed to travel during inclement weather. Now, that is not always defined by every state. In fact, the only state I know that actually defines it on a provision sheet is Pennsylvania. I think that as the further east we got, the worse the roads. I was expecting them to get better, to be honest with you, because I expected that storm to be coming from the west. And it was not coming, or that snow anyways, was coming from the west, and it was not coming from the west, it was coming from the north. So as we kept moving, and the roads just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And so I pulled up the map, and I looked at the radar, and the front that was coming through, that was dumping all this snow on Erie, was moving right in the path that I'm taking. And I just thought, this is not. Then I started looking at road conditions, and there was 3 accidents on a very small stretch of road that I had to go on with this load. And I just got to the point where it's the first time in my entire career I said, you know what, this ain't worth it. This is not worth it. Let's shut it down. So I ended up stopping in Northeast PA. As you can see in the picture, you probably don't, that actually looks like, that's probably the best road I was on. It actually looks like it isn't too bad of road conditions. However, if you combine the stuff in the picture, you will see, if you know the law, you will see that it actually fits inside Pennsylvania's definition of inclement weather. Now, would I get a ticket for it? Probably not. Could I get a ticket for it? Yes. Did I feel safe? Nope. And the reason I didn't feel, not because of the roads, like I actually felt pretty safe driving on the roads. I slipped around a little bit, but nothing that scared me too much. It was the other trucks on the road, not even the cars. The cars were being really good about it. The other trucks on the road that were trying to pass me, because we're held to a certain speed, and really with that road condition, you couldn't go much above that speed. It was the other semi-trucks trying to pass me constantly that I just couldn't. I can't get over at all onto the berm with it being covered in snow. I don't know what's over there. I don't know how that condition is. I don't know if I'm going to slide around. I'm not risking that. I'm risking my own equipment because some guy wanted to pass me. And these guys would just keep coming and coming and coming and coming, and nobody thought better of it. So it got to the point where I was like, you know, these road conditions are questionable. These guys, these big trucks keep trying to pass me no matter what. They just keep coming. And I just thought, this just isn't worth it. Somebody's going to end up hitting this load, causing me to wreck, or somebody's going to wreck beside me and run into me and cause me to wreck, or it's something of that. And I thought, you know what, at that point, because of the Escort situation, because we didn't get our Escort until about noon, I wasn't going to make delivery tomorrow anyways. I wasn't going to get there in time for them to offload it while I was there, when I got there tomorrow. They would have already gone home for the day. So it really didn't matter. It didn't make any sense for me to continue on those roads with those trucks not giving me any grace at all and just running by me, because this is the world of electronic logbooks. Electronic logbooks has made us all into people that drive like that. Now, there is a lot of people that drive like that anyways that shouldn't be driving like that, but electronic logs are a factor when it comes to how people were driving today on the road. And it was just, it's just unsafe. In my opinion, it was unsafe. And I said, you know what? First time in my career, I'm gonna shut this thing down. I'm not doing this. I'm just not doing it. There is no load worth the risk of myself. Do I think I would be injured or killed in an accident? Probably not. Like a snow-related accident? Probably not. I wasn't going that fast. I wasn't. But the risk of property damage, the risk of damage to Ghost, the trailer, the freight, the risk was astronomical. And I just didn't feel that it was a good idea to keep going. So ended up stopping up here just east of Erie in Northeast PA, about a mile from Route 86. I'm going to get on 86 and hit the New York State line about 4 miles after that in the morning. Sunrise is 7:42, I believe, tomorrow. Should be plenty daylight by 7:30 for us to roll out of here. We'll get out of here at 7:30, run the rest of this trip off, get on site, drop the trailer, whatever, make delivery on Wednesday morning, just the same either way. Whether I made it there tomorrow morning or at mid-afternoon or tomorrow late afternoon, doesn't make any difference. I wasn't going to unload till Wednesday morning anyway. So that is the one thing that I've never done in my career that I just did today, man. For the first time, I shut it down. And I'm pretty proud of myself for doing it. I'm pretty proud of myself for making that choice. It shows me maturing as a driver, as a person, as someone who cares about other people. It shows, in my opinion, it shows a maturity, and I'm kind of happy that I made this decision. And that's it, guys. We're shut down. We're shut down for the night, Northeast. I'm going to go into this place. Actually has an IHOP, so I'm kind of excited about that. I'm going to go in, grab a shower, get some IHOP. As my buddy would say, you should go get some beef tips. I don't know who in the world goes to IHOP and gets beef tips. I don't like, it's the International House of Pancakes, not the International House of Beef Tips. But he does, and I just met one other person, and apparently my Escort's wife, she also gets beef tips at IHOP. So I think it's strange, but maybe it's not. So we're gonna get that. We're gonna go get some IHOP tonight, grab a shower, bust out of here in the morning, and I will shoot some video tomorrow while we're trucking. And we're gonna try to get this thing delivered on Wednesday morning. So hopefully next episode you see after this one will be us getting this thing delivered. So also, we got the trailer fixed. We got some, had to move my sign on the back. My sign kept coming loose and it just wasn't good. We had to move my sign up onto the box on the back of the load, and tighten down a couple straps just to make sure. We all know the problems I had last episode with the straps, so we're checking on them frequently and making sure that we don't have any more problems with the straps, and everything's going really good so far. So looks good for tomorrow. Right now I'm gonna go in here. I appreciate everybody watching. If this is your first time watching the channel and you like what you see, hit that like button. If you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. I appreciate that. Also, if you need some parts or accessories for your truck, head on over to 4 States Trucks. You can go on their website, their app, you can call them on phone, or you can go in the store. Any way you do it, if you use the code Patriot10, that'll get you 10% off your entire purchase for everything that's not already on sale. That's all I got today, guys. Gonna be a short video. Hopefully it's informational video, and kind of shows you that I did something for the first time ever in my life. I've never shut a load down before. Never stopped a load. But it was a smart choice today. Right choice, smart choice, and I'm pretty happy I did it, and we will get this thing finished out tomorrow. Everybody stay safe out there.